I'm on YouTube live. Yes, I am. Woohoo! I made it. All right. Whew. Okay, Friday special. I screwed that up again. Dang it. Saturday special, not Friday special. Shiatsky. Let me start over. F. Hey, pug face. I don't think I'll start over. I'll just leave it that way. F. Friday special. I meant Saturday special. Shit. Oh, I screw up on all these things. Damn it. Pug face media is number one. I've gone back in time. Yeah, we're in the past. Jump Jor from Wisconsin. No swearing, Mike. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Pugface, are you going live tonight with your music at 9 p.m. or 8 or whatever? I hope. Which is it? How do you change the how do you change it? How do you change the title? Do I have to go into Creator Studio to do that? Or YouTube Studio or whatever they call it. Hello, Amanda Cruz. How are you? Auditing California. Hello. Would you like to come on panel, Auditing California? Pugface, would you like to come on panel? It's not a Friday special, it's a Saturday special. I screwed it up. I always screw up. I said Thursday panel or the Friday one. I don't know. I'm all screwed up. I'm all screwed up. Already got permission from my wife to go live. 10 are watching. Hit that like button, guys. Pugface, hit that like button. Mana Cruz, hit that. Sure, no problem, Mike. All right. Oh, I don't have your new address, Addy. Send me an Addy. There. Malloy193@gmail.com. Chili Tips reporting for duty. Hello. Chili Tips. Oh, okay. Will do then. Cool. Let me make sure I get the invite. I got the invite. I know you wanted to come on yesterday. I believe. Out in Chicago, right? Okay. Cool. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, out in Chicago. I got a link for you. There you go. You got the new link. I'm not putting links in chat, guys. Sorry. You want to come on panel? You'll have to Gmail me. Where are we? Hey, Mike, I'm still at work. I'll be back. I just came here to be first. You are number one. Big Tim Hill News. Hello. Just waiting for Auditing Chicago to step up to the plate. I know it says Friday special. I meant Saturday special, so sue me. Hawkeye Station Paranormal. Hello. How'd you find out about my channel? Hello, Kevin Swain. Get Auditing Chicago up. Make sure it's good to go. I don't hear a boop, a beep, or anything like that. Yeah, I'm still at work too. Oh, so you can't come on panel then? Pugface Media's at work. He's got a caseload to do. Ah, I heard a boop. It is Auditing Chicago. Hello.
What's up, Mike? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing good. Going to the store to buy some stuff.
Oh, sweet. What'd you have
Yeah,
for dinner last night? And do you remember?
I don't remember what I had last night.
Um, Hawkeye Station Paranormal. You came up on recommended feed on the YouTube recommendations. Hey, will you please hit my subscribe button and subscribe to
Like,
me?
share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon too. Don't forget to do that.
It's a
I'll hit
lawful
you.
order.
You hit me up. I just hit them up.
All right.
Hit me up too. Yes, I know it's Friday special. It's Saturday special actually. I made a typo. I don't know how to change it. You know how that goes. Let me see if I can go to Creator Studio and change it. Or YouTube studio as they call it. I need to change it.
Did you have lunch yet, or Mike?
Did I have what?
Lunch?
No, not yet. My
Not
wife's
yet.
getting Burger King for dinner.
Oh,
Did you have
nice.
lunch? Did you have lunch?
Yeah, I did.
What did you have?
I had some rice and orange chicken.
Oh, that sounds good. Who made it?
Yeah.
Your future wife?
Yep, she did.
Awesome. I don't know if I could change this title. I don't think I could change it for some reason. I don't know why.
I think you can't change it.
I don't think I could change it either. Oh well. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Right? Ah.
What's up, Turtle?
Yeah, what's
What's
up,
up,
Turtle?
Tim? Kevin?
What's up, Turtle?
Touchface?
Yeah. What's up? My channel. Hold on. I gotta fix something. There we go. And it's fixed. It's fixed. Lucky Chucky. Hello, Mike. Good evening. I'm singing in Africa. Cool. By Toto. Great song. Africa. Remember that song?
Yeah.
By Toto? Weezer did a cover. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Friday special should be Saturday special. Should be Saturday Night Live.
It doesn't seem like a Saturday.
What does it feel like to you? Like a Monday or
It feels like a Thursday, Friday.
there's? Yeah, it does feel like a Friday to me too.
Yeah.
Hesperia News Service.
Hesperia News Service.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hesperia.
snap. The Missus is here.
Uh-oh, she caught you. Hello,
Oh,
Miss
man,
Chicago.
say no more. I'll stay quiet.
Yeah, we're not gonna have Rick Crude on the panel today. I don't want you guys fighting back and forth.
It's about peace and love.
Wanted to come on panel, and when Richard Crude was up there, and then when Richard Crude left, I said, "Okay, you ready to come on panel, Joe Cool?" He says, "I'm not going on panel." He only wanted to go on because Richard Crude was on. Yo soy el guapo. Grateful gal. Boo. What are you booing, grateful gal? Nope, he cannot come on panel with you, Auditing Chicago, or Miss Auditing Chicago. I don't want to create a arguing back and forth storm. Why, according got the better. Why?
We are done doing that, Mike.
Huh?
We are done. We are done doing that with the has-been crude.
What do you mean you're
no
done?
More. Yeah.
What do you mean you're done with it?
No more. Basically ignoring him from now on.
No more what?
We're gonna ignore him from now on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go ask to be on panel if Crude's already on the panel.
I'll ask, but I'll just ignore him.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Why according got the better of him? Who's according? I don't know who that is. Oh.
Sorry for what, Kevin?
Grateful Gal says Crude brings the viewers. Confused is it Friday or Saturday? It's Saturday. I screwed up the title. Doug, no thanks. Want to come on panel? I'm not putting Rick Crude on today. He was on yesterday. He's not even here, I don't think. Anyway. Doug, no thanks. You're welcome to come on panel if you'd like. Turtle. I like the way Auditing Chicago handles business. Sounds professional.
Thanks, Turtle.
He says hello to you. Auditing Chicago says Doug, no thanks.
Oh, Dougie, how you doing?
I hope everyone's going well. Forget the Friday. Just think of special. I don't know how I've screwed up the titles.
It happens.
Last week and now today. Well, actually, Monday starts the new week, is according to me. Thought I needed stickers and a helmet. That's what I need. I used to be a window licker because I rode the short bus.
Window licker.
Yeah, I was a window licker on the short bus. I admit I'm retarded. The real Brad Moe.
You're not.
I hope you're doing well. Hello, the real Brad Moe from the LA Beast channel.
The real Brad Moe. What's up?
Doug, no thanks, Scott. Want to come on panel, Doug? No thanks. I should have kept my turtle mouth shut. Mike, laugh out loud. No, you're fine. No problem, buddy. You're a snapping turtle and you're snapping at me. I don't want to be part of that. No, sure. All right, let me put Doug on thanks on the panel. Let's see.
What's up, Fred Smith?
Yeah, I got him. All right. I'm going to put you on panel. You guys get along, I hope?
Yeah, we do.
Good. I hope so.
We do.
Doug, no thanks, is a good comedian, too. He's funny.
Is he? I didn't know that.
I got you on the first one.
Doug.
Boyfriends. Uh-oh. Masad in Chicago. Gonna fist fight. I understand Masad in Chicago. I'm not a snappy turtle, Mike. I'm messing with you. Okay. Don't mess in my living room, please. I don't need the smell of it. I'm sorry. We had small little turtles, very minute turtles. Lucky Chucky, the Michael Moisha. I am drinking coffee. Good for you. I'm not gonna read every
coffee
comment.
now.
I mean, I'm not gonna. You want coffee now? I'm not gonna read every comment. Here's Doug. No thanks. What's up?
What's up? Hey, I'm telling you right now, Joe, I don't want any problems on. No, I'm just kidding. We're cool. Of
All right,
course,
no
we're
problem.
cool.
Yeah, good evening. We'll join Auditing Chicago and chat. And Doug, no thanks.
Hey, are
Crude?
you in California now?
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah. What what part are you in?
He's
North
in North.
Cal.
What part?
He's near San Francisco. He's in near San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
dude, if you can get me a bicycle seat shaped like a fist and send it down, that'd be sick.
Tutti
I
Frutti,
will.
thank you for doing that. I appreciate
When are we going to San Francisco to audit?
Whenever you
Michael
want.
Malloy.
Oh.
Michael Malloy's going to come out. He's going to be out in the sun. We'll be able to wheel him out there in the sun.
All right.
someone else is going to do that in Salem for me. I'm not going to San Francisco.
I'm just saying you're a good defense mechanism, because if we're going to get arrested, I'm wheeling you towards the cops. I'm out. I'm going to throw it.
Where did Pugface Media go? He said he'd be back, right?
Hey, Pugface has got a great voice, man. He's really talented on the guitar too, man. I love playing the guitar, and he's very talented.
He's supposed to perform tonight. I don't know if he's still doing it or not.
You can get your tickets on sale right now on his site.
What's that?
You can buy tickets to his show tonight.
Oh, what pay-per-view?
Right, exactly right. No, he's very talented. Like, and I've had my ups and downs with people or whatever, but I really have no qualms with people anymore, man. It takes too long to fight and argue and be upset. Negativeness. We got to be positive, but he's a very talented individual, man. I appreciate the fact that Sir Brandon has brought a lot of good out in people, and we get to see how people really are behind the persona, or behind the YouTube persona that they carry.
Hello, Pat Seguin.
Oh God, Pat's is here.
Well, in the chat, I'm not putting that up there.
No, I'm just kidding.
Pugface is awesome.
For sure.
Let's see what else. Lanlin Lang, A Balance. Why would you say that? I would really like your input. Uh-oh. A Balance is in the chat. I don't think I want to put him on there because I don't want any fights. I don't want any fights on the panel, guys.
No,
I don't even care. I don't even care. A Balance does his thing. He can, trolls don't even get to me anymore. It's so funny. Once you don't respond, there's so much more out there for them to do. But I mean, if we're that exciting and they want to spend their time on us, man, that's just, whether it's negative or positive, it's still an influence, and it still drives traffic to our channel. So it's really not a big deal.
Hello, Chicago PD Transparency. How are you?
Chicago PD.
If A Balance wants to come on, he can, but he usually says yes, and then when I send him a link, he never shows up.
You know what I'm not into right now is the auditor against auditor bashing. I don't condone the whole Patrick thing and the Nomad thing. I don't condone any of their stuff, but also making it public is I mean, everybody knows what's going on, but I've gotten, I don't know, wiretapping laws and things like that, but for him not to ask if he could record her phone call, I know that I've fought and beat 2 632As because I called facilities that are funded by us, whether it was a police department or whatever. And to call a private person, there's wiretap laws in different states. So, that's a problem when you start posting things where you're doing stuff illegal to try to get somebody in trouble, because everything that he's doing right now can actually be used against him in a civil case.
Let's see. Hello, Chrissy Outlaw. A Balance says, Dougie's last post, he lied about coaching Special Olympics in order to...
That's not true. I coached Special Olympics for 14 years, Ventura County Special Olympics. With my dad, actually, who was head of the military order of Purple Hearts. He was the civil vice commander. So him and I, for many years, we coached Special Olympics. We went to Venice every year and did the powerlifting. I never lied. I would never lie about doing something like that, especially for anything at 8 o'clock every night. If you guys want to listen in, I get the same call from a Down syndrome, and I call him a kid, but I call him Grandpa. He's got Down syndrome, and he's 44 years old. And one of our Special Olympics powerlifters who was actually going to school with me at Thousand Oaks High School, Brian Cross, he died a few days ago. So I would never lie about something like that. There's no point in trying to lie about sadness and the way we hurt as people. And if Balance doesn't know that we bleed the same, put our pants on the same, one leg at a time, then he can have his own opinion. But there's no reason to lie about something like that and something that I'm sad about.
Chris the Outlaw says, Doug, let's adopt pugs together, Cupcake. Do you know who that is?
Dude,
Doug?
Cupcake was my nickname in high school.
Who's Chris the Outlaw? Who's that?
I don't know. Cupcake really wasn't my name in high school. But that'd be funny because I had an undefeated record in wrestling too. So it was like I'd always make masters, and then I'd drop out because I had to go to baseball. So
she's loving on you. She's got a pretty icon. Can you get her on my lair? Ooh, she's beautiful.
I'm gonna smoke a bowl for A Balance so he doesn't have to leave his daughter to go get some weed right now.
Wow. Chris the Outlaw, do you do can you do goth? Can you dress goth? She's giving you all these hearts, Doug. What's up with that?
I don't know. Emojis have been the wave of the future, if you haven't noticed.
Well,
I remember when we used to have pagers when people would text you and you'd have to go and listen to their voicemail of them breathing or whatever for 50 cents. Used to be bad. We used to get the good morning and you have to turn that shit upside down to read it. It made no sense.
Yep.
But pagers are the safest way to go nowadays than flip phones, apparently.
Flip phones and pagers.
Yeah. Well, flip phones, they can't trace you.
I remember I had both.
Michael, you remember the days when cell phones first came out when you needed a neck strap for them, right?
Oh yeah, they came in a suitcase and you answer the phone.
You look like a door-to-door salesman no matter what you do.
Exactly. I only date wealthy, poor people. Chris the Outlaw said that about me, I guess. I am poor, that's for sure.
I only date blind people because blind dating is economically friendly.
That's true.
Yeah.
This guy is a comedian.
Unless you can feel them up to see what they look like right away. You know, the bumps around the girl's nipple stands for suck here is what I'm learning.
Lanny Lang said, "Hey, Balance, you banned me from your Discord, so we can't have a healthy debate." Lanny Lang, how you doing?
Hey, so let me ask. Okay, this is something I haven't asked Rick Crude yet, but is he really the one of like Patrick's stepdad or his father or whatever?
I'm not sure.
Was he really involved with his mom or something like that at some point?
That's what he says.
I don't doubt it.
Whoa!
Ooh.
A Balance. That's not nice. A Balance. Jeez. Wow.
Balance has a potty mouth. He needs some soap. I was a fat kid, so every time I got soap, in my mouth, it was good because I usually needed a snack.
Wow. Taryn says, yes, Doug, it's 100% true about Recruit. I don't know. I still don't. I've asked both, and it's like very vague.
I still don't, and I sent him that belt and sent him all that shit, I promise. But at the same rate, I still wonder, is it true or not? Because I don't have his cell phone number. I don't have his email. I've never talked to him besides on a panel.
I've never have either, except on my panel.
But I'd really like to do an interview with him. I'd like to find out, like, behind the Titantron with Rick Crude, and find out what's up, because a lot of it, if he hasn't beaten Patrick's ass for what he's been doing as an adult, I mean, next time he sees Patrick, he should smack him in the face. I
think Nomad and Selena and Patrick went to Rick Crude's, didn't they? House? I think they did.
That's the story I heard, but I don't, I never know. I don't know if Patrick took Selena there so he could have a wrestling match with her, so it looks like it's sanctioned rather than beating her. But I don't know.
Uh-oh. Nightbot got a balance for what? Oh.
Lanny Lang's all over the place. Lanny Lang's good supporter for everybody.
That's man. Sorry, Michael. I respect you. Lanny Lang. Is Auditing Chicago playing in traffic?
Yeah, I'm playing the traffic.
You are? Are you outside? Are you doing any audits right now?
I did one like about 2 hours ago. I'm gonna post it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Turtle. You're fine, buddy. You're fine. But Lanny Lang, you're awesome in my book. I don't care what anyone says. Gagging the Girth. Why is D-Sol a woman today? What's his handle? He's playing Frogger Live. Who is? Turtle. Oh,
Me?
Turtle is.
Oh.
Oh, my. Chris the Outlaw, do you like Doug No Thanks? She's putting hearts out to you again. How'd she know your nickname in high school? She doesn't know you. I don't support people like who support Earl.
Isn't Earl News Now Houston something like that?
Correct. I've had him on my panel before.
Oh.
I had to take the thing off because there was a nudity scene that someone put on. So I took it off. Otherwise, it would have left it up. I will put anybody on panel that I deem necessary to come on panel. Let's not ask to be on panel. That I don't want you guys to do.
Yeah, Mike, your panels have gotten a lot stronger. You've gotten a lot smarter, a lot better. I'm glad you're taking the time to check on who's getting on your show and if it's their real person. I just think it's ridiculous. I mean,
that's why I have to have email.
Well, people think so long and so hard on how to screw up people's channel or screw up people's videos, whether it's with porno or whether it's with something else. When, dude, what are they doing with the rest of their day? Honestly, like, does it really take all day to troll and to do research just to try to hurt somebody when it's we're all about the same thing. I mean, if you're in Canada, really, you're not really doing anything to help our, besides support, what we're doing. If you guys don't support it, then it really doesn't affect you guys one way or another. It affects what's going on out here.
Did you send any Justice that belt?
Yeah, I sent him belts and some cards. That one already went out. Rick should have it today.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
he'll be happy.
Yeah, I have, whether people like Rick or not. I mean, Rick's a personality. You guys can see the real Rick Crude coming out when he's doing some of these things where he's actually, where he's dropping his guard and he's vulnerable. And you know what? I respect him more now than I've ever have, to be honest.
Fred Smith says, I miss California Guardian. Anyone heard from him? They took his channel down. YouTube took his channel down. I don't know why. I reached out to Adam, a while back. I'm like, I know that
people, because he's got his own group, and there's a clique out there, and High Desert and all those people, they have their clique. But at the same rate, I reached out and I said, listen, you can use any of my videos that we did together to help rebuild your channel if you don't have that footage. So I haven't heard back from him since we talked like a couple months back, but I don't know what's going on with him, man. I think he's just laying low, just getting footage, and I think that he's going to probably make some kind of comeback here shortly.
Right.
Interesting.
And you know what? That's probably the right thing to do with everything that's going on with all the auditors and the community and all the fighting and all the arrests. It's probably a smarter thing that he's sitting back right now. He's taking some good advice, probably.
Christy Outlaw, how did you find out about my channel? Oh, she's giving hearts to Shardy now, not you, Doug. But she knew your nickname from high school. How'd you know that?
What was my nickname in high school?
She mentioned it, and you said, yeah, that's my nickname, or something like that.
Yeah, my nickname really wasn't Cupcake, sweetheart.
Oh!
Come on.
You got me. I thought it was. Dude, my nickname in high school was Playboy Malloy, so.
Playboy Malloy.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
everyone. Not every one of us could be the fucking poster child for the new handicap sticker. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm handicapped. That's all right. I don't.
Yeah, but you were handicapped long before it was popular, bro. Think about it.
That's true. That's true.
There's a comedian out there that has a shirt, and he's got no voice, and he has to do everything voice recorded, and he's got the best shirts, man. He's like, and I support anybody who's got a disability that does anything, but like this guy goes out and wins America's Got Talent, and he's handicapped, and which really means that we can do anything as people, and I look at like Sir Brandon, and I look at people. Those people are like inspirations to me. I mean, I think about my kids are healthy. They're great kids. They're God-loving, God-fearing, and if you believe in God, then you do what you do. But my kids are great, and like to think that I have 2 healthy kids and things like that, and other people are struggling with kids that have disabilities and whatnot. I don't want to attack A-Balance, or I don't want to attack certain people that have kids that like golden eyes and things like that. I would never attack anybody's home life or someone that's going through something like that, because I know what that entails. So it's very expensive, and it's a very hard thing to do, and you're a parent for life when you have a kid with a disability or Down syndrome or whatever the case may be, because they count on you. And a lot of kids with Down syndrome, I learned, they don't know the difference of good and bad. They know what they're shown, and they're usually shown a lot of love. So they're about love, and there's a lot of things that sometimes they're lucky that they don't have to understand. We go through things on a daily basis that we got to deal. That's a struggle, but we also look at the fact that they struggle every day.
Hello, Genesis. Great to see you. Flight 666 says, Mike, I'll be driving through Oregon soon. Come by Salem, and we can go out and do an audit or something.
Oh, I'm reading the comments right now. I don't feel pity for Brandon. I don't know if somebody's saying that I feel pity for him. I feel like he's more of an inspiration than I feel any kind of pity for him.
Wow. I'm not going to read everything in chat like I usually do. Just saying, guys.
What's up, Be Real? Genesis. What's going on?
Nightbot gotcha. Flight 666. Don't
Welcome
use
back,
guys. Certain words you can't use either. Nightbot.
Nightbot's brutal.
You okay, Salem? Okay, just look out the orange and black McLaren. All right. Don't use capital letters in here. Nightbot will get you.
Kevin R is yelling.
Oh, you forgot. Oops.
Typing in caps.
Kevin R is? Yeah, you got me. Yep. Don't use capital letters, guys.
Auditing Chicago, your girl gave eBay, gave eBay her thoughts on things.
Did you? What? The one lady you told me about? Like
Oh,
days ago?
She cussed the lady out for trying to rip her
People
off.
will ask.
Oh, hell
Hello,
no.
Carolina and Fort Worth. How are you? Hold on.
Anybody want to suck them?
I had some time. We'll get Burger
Sure.
King tonight, apparently, for dinner. My wife's picking up Burger King, so that's good. Hey, Mike, I surpassed the 500 mark. Yahoo! Be real past the 500 mark. Hello, Mike. So the gang's all here, I see. Yeah! Carolina and Fort Worth.
We're the Sandbach posse. We're a big gang.
We're the original.
Oh.
Be worried.
Okay, I get it now.
Very, very scared.
We are the OG.
We are now a gang of individuals.
I'm having Jersey
Hey,
Mike.
be real.
I still haven't tried them yet.
Hey, Mike, if you can have Sunflower Sky email me. I've got a bunch of wrestling stuff. She's like, I want first dibs. So I wanted to email her a bunch of pictures. If you could, before I post that stuff on eBay, if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate that.
Wait, do what now? Sorry.
If you could email Sunflower Sky my email, I know she's got it, but if you could email her, I've got pictures for her of wrestling items that she requested.
Oh, okay. If she comes in here, you could let her know, but I don't think she's here. She would be talking right now, or chatting, I mean. And,
yeah, Mr. Auditing Chicago at eBay. I've got 6 Derek Jeter SP foil rookie cards left that I'm selling. One just sold for $180,000 on eBay. So I have a bunch of 9s when actually and they're graded, but the graded 10s have been selling for $180,000, things like that. So Derek Jeter hits the Hall of Fame in July. So, there's a good chance that things could change for me real quick, but I've collected a lot of stuff and I've got a ton of crap that I call crap, but it's, my He-Man's in box and my wrestler figures in boxes and Star Wars shit. I have a bunch of stuff from different decades and different, things. So I was doing that long before I was even auditing. So I still eBay and I still do all that stuff, and we actually get W-9s for that shit. We get 1099 for it. So, there's a bunch of things that we do as jobs that people don't think that we have as jobs, or they always think we eBay. But it's just sad that this auditing, and I'll get back to what auditing I see is all of us are fighting each other and we're losing the fight against the fight. And
that's what the police want.
Of course, and a lot of them are in these chats or acting as trolls and trying to, everybody could call me a druggie, but at the same time, I haven't been arrested for any drug. I've even called, where's my items? This people say I was 5150. You guys say I was 5150, but I wasn't. I have my hospital report that I'll be releasing, and also I emailed my father, pictures of my injuries while I was, sitting in my car for a few days. So I was never 5150, and a lot of things that are set out there that need to be proven differently, because now we got to take time to actually answer these trolls, because some of this stuff is current. A lot of this stuff has nothing to do with the past. So if we're doing transparency and accountability, I feel it's just as important that the trolls or whoever's asking to see that kind of items, that they get to see it. And I still have no charges as of this date, and things like that with the found property. So I'm actually the victim in the case, that they have me under the victim. So there's a lot of stuff that we're doing to take negative time that we could do in positive stuff to have to go back and do, because people think that, we're lazy, or we just beg, or we just fight amongst each other, because that's what's going on right now. We see the Patrick and Nomad thing is the biggest thing right now on YouTube. And I think it's sad. It's disgusting, I think. And then nobody should pay and donate for our kids. I know Nomad said, and I'm not trying to down people, but You know, when people are trying to get donations for court cases and, you know, suits like that, where we're suing, you know, the government or we're suing police or this or that, it's different than if you're trying to sue another auditor civilly, or if you're trying to do, pay for your kids. And, you know, his live stream was talking about, if you want to donate to my kids, donate to this, or if you want to donate to a certain case, here's the PayPal pool. And I think that's where we're losing ourselves. We're actually asking for money, for the wrong things, and not for something that's going to change the movement or change what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. Mike, you're doing a good. Just keep calm. Yeah, I'm fine. Turtle. Have a panel then, Lanley. I think it's good that this panel is not fighting amongst each other right now.
What the hell does Horace mean in chat? And I just looked at chat. What does it mean? I have your address, Mike. Is that like a threat to you? Because you're in the crew now. If you get a death threat or something like that, bro, you're now considered an auditor.
I've had that happen, and also I've had people threaten to take my YouTube channel down.
Yeah, that's a daily. You're part of the crew now. If you've been arrested, you're part of the crew. If you've got a death threat, or if you've have been trolled, you're part of the crew.
Oh wow!
Wait till they start making accounts that say Michael Malloy, and they go in there and start making negative comments and racist comments and hate crime comments under your name with a different picture,
or with the same icon and doing it that way too.
Right? It's so stupid. That shit's going on.
People have done that to me.
I was in Chuck Bronson's room, and I'm a wrench, and I was like commenting, and then somebody comments as myself with the same name and a different picture, and I'm just like, this is an idiot. So, I think Too Tall Rob, hit him and timed him out. So it was the funniest thing, because you see yourself, and it's not really you. It's people are taking time to.
Isn't that true?
They're getting creative.
Yeah, they are. Hello, Junkie Andy.
Junkie Andy.
Your names are getting harder to say if you don't realize people are coming up with names that are long as shit now too.
Right.
Some funnier than others, though.
I'm getting a lot of misbehaving people in the live chat today. I thank God.
I bring the trolls. I'm not going to say I'm Rick Crude and bring all the people to your chat, but we bring out the trolls. That's for sure.
Langley Lang wants to come in.
Langley Lang wants to come in here?
Yeah, she said, let me on yours. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wasn't my channel. Was on A Balance.
She says she can't win a debate, so bailed. But like, I'm a master debater and a cunning linguist with Russian hands and Roman fingers, so I'm a debater.
Genesis, you have a great name. I like Langley Lang's name too. Yeah, I don't want to have a debate on my panel today, because when my wife comes home, she'll say, cut it. And then the debates, it's not a real long debate. Monday, maybe.
When she gets home, I suggest you take your pants back.
Yep. I'll take my pants off. What are you done?
We'll send you get well and empathy cards.
There you go. She'll need more get well cards because she's just in the hospital.
You'll notice people start sending packages like underwear from Baby Gap and things. Don't worry. If they measure from behind the balls, it looks a lot bigger.
Do they?
Langley Lang, I love you. I better not say it. My wife opens the door.
Laughter is the spice of life, I tell you. That's why I can't wait to get back into comedy and do some more shows.
You're funny, dude.
I'm writing some more stuff. I'm trying to write a parody of like the First Amendment auditing crew. You know what I mean?
I'm just funny looking. I'm not very funny, but I'm funny looking.
Yeah, no, you have a great face for radio. You do.
Yeah, I do have a great face for it, and I have a great talking for TV.
Man, you're the only guy I know that blows a weenie during his show, and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, there's breaking news.
Breaking news,
Here's
weenie whistle.
Hey. Breaking news, I just blew my weenie.
Who do
by myself.
You're flexible.
By myself.
I know what you're doing the Russian pretzel and different maneuvers and stuff when you get off your live stream. I know what's up. You have all those Karma Sutra books behind you.
Oh, that's my wife's stuff. Not me. I don't.
Oh, it said cooking. Never mind.
Yeah, cooking. How boring is that?
That shit should be in the kitchen, and if she doesn't know what she's doing by now, there's an issue.
Yeah, there you go.
No wonder why you're eating all those gas station hot dogs, Mike.
I love those gas station hot dogs, man.
Hey, you know what you need to do? You need to do a rating on gas station hot dogs through like Lucky Hot Dogs or something like that. Which would like a taste test, Costco or whatever. Like, grab all those hot dogs and do a taste test on your show. Would love to watch you eat weenie the whole time.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, Clash with Val's the first one that I ever saw eating a gas station hot dog on live stream.
Chuck Bronson is the first person to squeeze his cock in a gas station that I've ever seen.
Oh, man. Oh, I get it now. Let's see what else.
Hey, Mike, do you smoke weed?
No, my wife does though.
Does she ever shotgun you?
Huh?
She ever shotgun you? Like, take it, she smokes it and then blows it in your mouth?
Nah, she's never done that.
Try that. You should start off slow. You start off slow.
I don't want to do any of that. Let her do all that. I don't want to do it. Bend over. The intelligence level goes negative when you think News Now Houston has time and energy to troll you fools. Wow. What's with the new? We already talked about? Where did Doug go? Oh, he's back. Welcome back.
My bad.
What'd you do?
Welcome back.
I smoked a bowl and I exited on accident.
Rising Sun Media. It's him. Who's him? That's Earl. Get verification. Teresa or Odin. Try it, Mike. No, Pat, I'm fine. Big D says Doug who?
Doug Crude.
Doug Crude. Doug no thanks Hutton. Uh-oh. I doxed you. You've always
I actually doxed myself when I changed my email, and it changed everything across the Google platform, and that happened like 6 months ago. And I thought, what better than if something does happen to me, than have my real name out there. I have nothing to hide. They all know who I am out here. I don't know in other states or whatever. I don't try to be like that, but I'll tell you, every police department in California knows who I am. I'll tell you that.
What's A Balance says, how is that trial coming along? What trial? You're not on any trial, are you, Doug?
I'm going to be going to trial for the AV hospital. They dropped the trespass as of now, and then now they're trying to get us for interfering. But anytime, if you watch the video, anytime we were asked to walk away or move, I moved and Steve moved. So there was no HIPAA violations because that's their responsibility to keep the medical information private, not ours. And we didn't prevent them from taking them out of an ambulance. That's the claim. My biggest concern is they beat us to the punch. What we should have done is called 911, and we should have reported the patient dumping. Steve should have been on the phone or whatever since I was live, or grabbing somebody else and calling 911 and trying to get these people in trouble because they made the accusations first, the charges and the thing come up against us. Our charges were originally trespass where they gave us a piece of paper and said that there'd be no add-on charges, which Steve still has and I still have. And then when they asked us to erase our information and our stuff off YouTube for this AV hospital stuff, and we said no, they hit us with criminal threats at midnight when we were supposed to be getting released. So we ended up staying in and bailing out the next day and getting on a payment plan and stuff with our bondsman. And then they didn't have charges against us when we showed up to court on the 24th of November, I think it was. And so, or September, we showed up on the 24th, and then on the 8th, they filed charges and had our case heard without us in court. So that entailed us to both get warrants, bench warrants, for not being in court, but we were never notified. So we went in, we handled that, and we had to fire public defender because our public defender was just sought out to try to get us in trouble rather than help us. And we had to obtain counsel, and I obtained the counsel, and Steve ended up getting on board. We signed a non-disclosure agreement that, there's no conflict of interest. And we had our first court date in January. End of February, our attorney stepped in. They were not budging on the charges. They said they're going to add a charge to me, and if we don't take the deal. And so my attorney and Steve's attorney went above and talked to her boss. And right now we're at a standstill. We have a court case April 1st back at Antelope Valley Hospital. We'll find out more that's going on, but we're going to trial and we're fighting this thing. There's no doubt about it. So if that's all the info I can give you right now. And if there's a jury of 12 and they're supposed to be our peers, as long as they're not paid off, but they're, my peers are going to be different since I don't live there. And that was one day I was in Antelope Valley. I'd never been there before. So, so really they'd have to find peers
Big
for
Crappy.
us. Big Crappy. That's
I just
rad.
want to say hello to Big Crappy. Let's see. Rising Sun Media give you kudos, Doug. Doug, you are my hero for that day. I support your actions that evening 100%. So do I.
You don't have to like me or you don't have to love me, but I'll tell you right now, I that's me as a person. You see me every day on YouTube or however. Sometimes you see me when I'm, like when I'm in my underwear drunk and dancing around. But we got to have fun and we've got to laugh about stuff or laugh at ourselves at some point. But we're not heroes. We're nothing but guys with compassion and a camera. And we were lucky enough to catch this stuff. It wasn't staged. That's proof now. But like I said, you don't have to like us or love us.
She says, thanks. You were my hero to that woman. Many, many props, she's saying. Give me a props, dude.
No, I appreciate that. Sunflower, email me. nothanksnews@gmail.com. I have some wrestling stuff I want to show you, or if you want to come out to that Rick Drayson thing, you're more than welcome. But I got some wrestling stuff as you requested in like one of the chats. So if you still want it, email me, please.
You say your court is April 1st, right?
Yeah, we got to go back April 1st.
That's April Fool's Day. Wow.
Right?
That sucks. Because then they'll say, okay, we have a continuance. You're
probably going to be a Friday.
It'll be July 1 on my birthday.
We're going to do Friday the 13th. Oh, July 1. My mom was born on July 2nd. My dad was July 5th, and their anniversary was July 7th. So if you add up their birthdays, that was their anniversary. So my mom, rest in peace. She'll be, celebrating her 5th birthday in heaven. But my dad's coming up on his 74th birthday, I think.
Wow. Sunflower Sky says, I'm on it, Doug.
Cool.
Hey, oh, you needed Sunflower. You already sent your Gmail, right?
I'm glad. Yeah, it's no thanks. UMNO thanks news@gmail.com.
There you go, Sunflower Sky. You can Gmail him.
Sunflower was trapped the other night. We all did a hashtag free Sunflower. I think she got she was on timeout. She was on corner duty.
Who timed her out?
Somebody timed her out in one of the streams. I can't remember what stream it was.
I'll bet it was Betsy Peeler.
No, I love Betsy. Betsy's a good person.
I don't think Sunflower Sky likes her.
Yeah, you know what? Nobody has to like that, but again, you get the personality. You're gonna get wrenches or people that have personalities and ways too. Betsy's the real deal, and you know what? I talked to her on her personal phone, and and she's not lying about the stuff she has and stage 4 cancer, things like that. But like, she never ever complains. That's one thing about her. She doesn't complain. She says, even if I were to complain, nobody would listen. But like, there's a lot of us that listen to people that are in pain or dealing with things that way. So I don't think Betsy's not vindictive like that to reach out and try to fucking damage, excuse my language, or try to damage somebody. I think she'd speak her mind, but I don't think she would damage somebody intentionally. And she's trusted by a lot of people too. I mean, you can see how many people have her as a wrench as well. So I mean, she's trusted by SGV and a lot of people you support. So I mean, there's always two sides to a story.
Oh, Sunflower Sky says no. I can't remember who it was that timed her out. Or I mean, someone. Oh.
Tell Kevin R. my personality is like a bowling ball, like his brain. He's like a small field
rodent.
It
was M Star was timed out by Betsy Peeler on SGV's channel. I think she's back on though. Yeah.
M Star. Yeah. For someone telling me that she hated the community and that it was stupid, she's got her foot in the door with a lot of people. I don't hate on it. I'm glad that she can express her life the way she needs to. I mean, whether it's true or false, it's her story. Like, our channels are our stories. I don't hate on it. She does what she does, and that's it.
I have no beef with Betsy Peeler. In fact, I think she has a wrench on my other channel, actually.
You got 2 channels, Mike?
Yeah, I have First Amendment Mike.
I'm subscribed to both. I'm pretty sure, but like, I never see the other channel. Do you use the other channel still?
I used it last Sunday, actually. A week ago. Tomorrow will be.
Huh. I'll have to check that. I have a second channel too. A lot of us, it's smart to have a second channel because there's people that are going to want to know life after auditing. I mean, this is not going to be forever. We all know this. Our auditing channels will not be forever.
YouTube might not be forever.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, people are still going to want to see. I mean, I have a backup channel. It's No Thanks News. But like, it's going to be changing. It'll be like my life back on the road to stand up and things like that, because, I think it's important to document our stories. And like, this has always been a lifeline for me. It's been, my channel is my timeline. It never started as an auditing channel. It got more into auditing because that was a way that we could try to start instilling our rights again and using them before we lose them. But it was always about my story and what they were doing to me, and me having to beat all these cases. And if I've always recorded, or if I always did that, I would have beat every case in my life. If I never took a deal, or if I never was scared into taking a deal, I learned a lot through this. And I've already fought, 5 cases. I hadn't taken one to trial already. Everything else was beat before that. And, I'm fighting this stuff. I'm not giving in. I'm not giving up, and I'm not taking a deal.
Pat Seguin asks you, Doug, were you a stand-up comedian? You weren't you, at one time?
Yeah, I did stand up from here to Vegas. I used to do Prim for 3 days at a time. They'd pay me $600 for, I do 3 sets a day, 15-minute sets.
Do you ever work three stays? Hollywood or the Laugh Factory?
I did the Comedy Store. I've actually headlined the Comedy Store before. I've done, I was on the billboard and everything. And, so, I mean, I've done stuff, even in, all black areas. I mean, I'm like one of those guys who I love, versatileness, and, I'm not racist. So it's great when you can go in there and, and go to the family room or stuff like that, where, you're the minority and not the majority. So it's a good out of the box feeling. I've done the Ha Cafe. I've done, I took second in the Ventura County's most funny person out of 150 comics from, around US that up to 20 years in comedy. I took second. So, and I did different sets every day. The one who won actually did the same set every time. So for a new comic to come out and give, even 5 minutes to 10 minutes of new sets, I had to do 15 minutes for the finals. But, that was my first year in comedy. And, I crashed and burned in some of my, going to these open mic nights and things. But like, when it came down to it, I'm a performer, and, you step up to the plate, and you either got it or you don't. But I still fight for it. I'm friends with Steve-O I can get a hold of from Jackass, and I can get a hold of different people that that are have influential YouTube channels now. If you think you see all these people that have huge YouTube channels now, 5 million subscribers, this and that, and they're not fighting as hard as we are. They're doing videos that are comical or pranks or this and that. And it's like, how are these people getting so many subscribers? And it's like, it's just maybe at some point, we need to take our channels to a different level, since, if we don't use our channels, we're going to lose our channels. And that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm not looking at just doing auditing or cop watches. Those will come, but I'm looking at doing an everything channel.
Carolina in Fort Worth asks, how much does a comedian make? I don't know.
It depends. It depends. It usually costs you to do 2 shows. If you're not getting paid to do shows, it's costing you money. And, if you're a headliner, it pays more than if you're, if you're opening for the headliner. I opened for a headliner, like I said, in Prim for, 2 times for, and then we opened for Louis Anderson when Las Vegas Hilton was still around, the LVH. So we'd go from Prim and we'd drive up and we'd do LVH for one night. And that would be included. I made $600 for, like I said, for, let's see, 15, 30, 45, 3 45-minute sets. And then an opening for Louis Anderson, I did 10 minutes. So, and we got free rooms and free food. The steakhouse, we went and drank, Patron and things. So we had whatever we needed. It was good. You can usually make nothing if you're a startup.
Carolina and Fort Worth, what you do is go to open mic, right? And in one of the comedy stores or whatever comedy club.
No. I was always booked in those shows for Comedy Store and things like that. Those are more book shows.
You must know, how do you get into it? How you get started?
Well, first you start with a notebook and you start writing out some jokes. And, comedy comes from darkness. And so if you've had this darkness in your life, which we've all had, certain things that affect us, whether it's death or whether it's, farting in the shower, whatever it is, we've all experienced some darkness. So it's one of those things where you go and you try to get with the biggest people who are in, like anything else, you try to get with the people who are in it. When I started wrestling, I got trained by Rikishi. I didn't go to a wrestling school that had, a no name or nobody. I got trained by somebody who was a Hall of Famer. So you find the people who can help you the most, and you reach out to them. And, like Huckleberry Auditor was the first one that reached out to me during my videos, and he put me with High Desert. So, a lot of times, you get people who can help you and advance you, or, you're mostly working for yourself, though. I mean, look at all the actors we have in Hollywood that are doing waitressing and waiter jobs, but yet they're actors and actresses. It's not a guarantee. You're not making enough money. It's just like auditing. You're not making enough money that's going to, take care of you if you have a problem, or if you need to pay your rent, or if you need to pay child support or your car. There's not enough money unless you're getting up to, doing shows that are big time, opening for Jeff Foxworthy, or opening for a bigger comedian, Louis C.K. or Chris Rock, or whoever, Fluffy. If you start opening for people like that, or if you start going to shows where I did the improv in several times, and the improv, you get like Chris Kattan doing the headlining and things like that. So there's like 3 or 4 comics that'll go up before that, and then he has his opener, obviously. So a lot of us will get like 5 to 10 minutes and make the show longer, and then he'll go up for 45 minutes to an hour and work the crowd for a bit, and then do his set. So you get, you can, if you get in shows that you got good headliners with, and you're sitting in the green room with them, and you're talking to their managers, and you're talking to people that are bigger and better than what you are, you surround yourself with people who are bigger and better, you become bigger and better.
Sunflower Sky has an important issue. Would you like to come on panel and talk about it, Sunflower Sky? It is an important issue. I don't know the whole story of it. Sunflower Sky, you want to come on panel? You could talk about it.
I gotta go run some errands. I'll be back in a few.
No, that's not okay. That's not okay. I'm not done. You're in California now. You got to respect that shit.
Is that enough?
Enjoy Miss Auditing Chicago. We'll talk to you soon, or Miss Auditing California now.
All right.
Sunflower, you want to talk about it, man? If it's that's important to you.
Chris Rock actually closed my show at the Comedy Store. Louis C.K. Sarah Silverman almost like beat up one of the people that was a heckler. She's pretty hardcore. That's right after she broke up with Jimmy Kimmel, so I could tell why she was pissed. But he got thin after he got rid of her. It's kind of weird. But
Sunflower Sky, I'll put you on panel. I'll give you because you want to talk about this, and so it's important to you, I guess. Important here, I guess. We'll put you on. Don't talk about Mormonism, Sunflower Sky. I don't want to talk religion. I had that stuff yesterday. I sent you a link, Sunflower Sky. Just boop in. I'm not putting links in chat. I learned my lesson.
She said, I wanted the issue of King 9, Dave showing his bruises. I think that was from the threesome with him and Becca and DDT. I mean, apparently they're playing games together and they're very involved with each other. So I don't know, but
that what it is, Sunflower. Tell Doug to put out a video of his bruises. What? You don't. He doesn't. You don't. Come on, panel.
Yeah, no, I saw that video today. It was like 37 seconds, and he said he was in Stalin. I don't know what he said, Stalin or something. I know he quotes a lot of leaders from from history, but I don't know if what he labeled it at. But he pulled up his right sleeve, and he looked like he had fingerprint marks, like they were like he was grabbed. Could have been from him hugging himself because it was so cold out where he lives right now.
Come on, panel. I sent you a link. If you're going to talk about it in chat, I don't, I'd rather you come on panel and talk about it instead of chat. But you can chat and I probably won't discuss it. You guys can discuss it in chat if you'd like, but.
Winston.
Hey, come on, guys.
Make love, not war. Hit the bed, not the floor. What's going on over here?
I did not see the video, so you guys need to talk about that video.
It was like 37 seconds or something like that. He said that it's rough where he's at or something.
Were they just messing around and that's how he got the bruises?
You don't even know. He could have gave himself those bruises squeezing himself in the cold. You never know. He could have been grabbing his arms.
In the panel, not on chat.
Why would he? But think about this, Mike. Why would he risk his place of living by exposing, him being grabbed or hurt? He wouldn't do that to DDT because that's his only lifeline right now. Was he gonna?
He could go to Rick Cruz, can he?
I don't think anymore, but I think Rick would still take him just because I think Rick has
right. I would
all the harshness.
I would hope they were just horsing around and he got the bruises. I hope it's not because of them. Anyway, she stopped talking. She stopped chatting. I mean, I'd rather come on panel and talk about this issue, not just in chat. Pookie L says if you watched the video, it was from his trip to Michigan. See, I'm hearing so many different sides of this.
I would say Dave did drink a lot of tequila, little personal tequila bottles on the way on the train, and hung out with strangers. You never know if I wouldn't say it's the Mile High Club. You never know if he ended up in a bathroom with some stranger. It's a possibility.
I don't know. She's not responding or chatting now, and she's not backstage. So I guess we can move on then, because
Yeah. What's the next? What was the next subject?
I didn't want to dwell on it. Let's see. Oh, we're talking about it. Can't open mic, if you go on open mic, can't you do comedy that way or no?
You can go to open mics. You know, when you go to an open mic, you got to remember this. You got a bunch of comedians that's out there that are potential comedians or wannabe comedians who are going to be who are laughing at your stuff or not laughing at your stuff, and nobody at open mics really want to laugh at your stuff because they don't want to think you to think you're funny, and they don't want you to move on like to an actual show because your confidence is down. But if you know you got some solid jokes and it's everyday things that people have problems with, like on Facebook when we post like, "Hey, we're in Hawaii," it's like, "Come rob our house." You know what I mean?
Hold on. Sunflower is in now. You're in Hawaii and someone's robbing your house, and what?
That better not be the fake flower.
That's the real sunflower.
It's the real flower. She's out of jail.
It's the real sunflower because I only sent her the link. I'm not sending them in chat. I learned my lesson.
I'm not going to stay for long. Hey, it's really good to see you guys. I rarely get on panels anymore. Domestic violence really hits home to me. That's why it really triggers me very badly. For Dave to put out a video like that tells me that he's looking for help. I don't think that these are, if he was bruised right when he got there, he would have shown it. Why is he showing it 4 days later? I don't know. I can't speculate. I can't say for sure.
That kind of bruise is it shows up the next day, like fingerprints. And anybody who's ever had sex in their life, anybody who's ever had this, sorry, G-rated, you grab someone's thighs or you grab someone's arms when you're having, it happens. Like I'm saying, I don't want to speculate what they're doing over there.
Guys, this is no joke, so please don't joke
it's
around.
I'm not trying to make a joke about it. What I'm saying is that you don't know.
I'm in the chat too, in the live chat. But they haven't said anything. They're just wanting to put the parameters out there. Don't joke about this.
Well, it seems like a lot of people who had sent him there are the ones saying don't joke about this. But at the same rate, this is something that was planned. It's premeditated. We all know that Dave's not going to last there. It's really because when DDT gets spurts or drugs or whatever he's doing, you're gonna see more and more of these small little videos where Dave's reaching out. And Dave reached out for help when he was with the last roommate he lived with or where he was living. And I think this is Dave's way of saying, this is already day 4 and this has already happened.
Exactly. It was a very short video where he felt like he had a little bit of time to say, hey, this is happening to me. And I don't buy it when you say, oh, people who need a place to stay won't ever tell on their abuser. There are many women or men who are in abusive relationships or situations who will say, hey, I need help, even though they have nowhere else to go, just out of desperation of saying, hey, please notice I'm being abused. I need help.
But you also have like the Tina Turners and stuff who think love is getting beat, or they love you because, that's how love is, Okay,
but obviously, if Dave is showing his bruises, he's saying, hey, I need help. He didn't say,
and I'm not saying that you should know this, but why wouldn't he say, hey, this is from DDT or he's being very unclear about it. It's like secretive.
Well, okay,
Kevin R. said Sunflower.
What?
Kevin R. said, Sunflower, you're assuming. I don't know the whole. I've never seen the video.
I am assuming, but it's based on my.
That's not playing a board game like DDT showed. Hey, buddy, I got this for you. That's not like playing a board game where it's hands on. That seems like they were wrestling. It seems like they were wrestling around, or something happened. Those are the only way those marks would happen to him. And I was joking, by the way. He's, I know he's cold because he's not used to that weather. But
I didn't see the video, so I don't know what's going on. All I know is.
But he's a grown adult, though. He's a grown adult. He made the decision to go out there.
He's a vulnerable adult.
So what he
spoke
needs to
for
do, no, but what he needs to do is he needs to be honest with us. And if he's in trouble, and he's got to know DDT's he watches his channel. DDT subscribed to him. You know
absolutely.
that he sees what's going on. So I don't know if it's a ploy for him getting more subs or getting people on his side. I'm not sure. I mean, unless he tells us he's in trouble, I can only assume that he wants to be where he's at and he's okay where he's at.
Did he make any comments on that video or no?
He was he used code
No.
words.
No. Did Dave make any comments on the video where he showed your bruise? I didn't see the
I can
Did he make
if
any
I get
comments?
disconnect. Hey, hold on. If I get disconnected, I get disconnected. I'm gonna look right now to see what it's labeled.
Well, we can hear you. Sunflower. Did he say anything in that video where he showed bruises or no?
He says the trip to
wanted to show
DDT
them.
Stalingrad really beat me up bad.
He
So he
said
says that
Stalin-
he's the label of the video. It could be an old video. He says that trip to DDT's Stalingrad really beat me up. So does that mean like his way on the train from his house? It really doesn't say anything.
So it is an assumption. I'm not going to say it's not, but it's
Okay,
to
assuming.
me. Based on if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, look at these bruises," why would he be making a video of bruises that were just out of nothing?
He could be doing that for views. He could be doing that for e-begging. He could be doing that for subs. He could be doing that because when they do live panels, if you notice, DDT doesn't let him have his own computer. He's sitting next to DDT, and DDT is just on his own, own thing instead of Dave coming up on the panel. So I really don't know.
Say the train was hard on him. He might have gotten the bruises on the train, for God's sake. I don't know.
Hell, he doesn't have his cane. He left it on the train. He could have fell. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Let Dave explain
Don't
later.
look like that type of bruise to me. Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that. But at the same, he's still not asking for help. He says the trip to Stalingrad. That means his trip from here, from one point to another, not from, his bedroom to DDT's living room.
We don't know. Let Dave explain it on his next video, or you can ask him.
Yeah, but a lot of times people in abusive relationships don't come straight out and say, "Look, I'm being abused." They give they want to give out messages to people and not say straight out, "Look, I'm being abused," because they know.
But what he's doing right now is that we're all worried about him now, and he's going to go, and everyone's going to go and watch the video. So that's more views for him, possible subs that feel bad for him. What I'm saying is, I don't know if this is real life or if this is premeditated. I think it's a plan that they're doing to try to get subs, or try to rebuild, or feel sorry for him, or get donations for rent because he's gonna have to start paying rent.
If he and Dave have a panel, you guys can ask him those questions, or if he's on a panel, you could ask him a question about it.
Well, I remember being abused and making excuses for my abuser. I remember being abused and saying, "Oh, I fell on the ice." I remember being abused and saying, "Oh, my eye hit the door." I remember doing that. Just remember, put yourself in the mind of the person who's being abused, who doesn't have anywhere else to go, but they still want people to know what's happening.
Right.
I don't think that's for us to say, though. I think that's for him to say clearly.
And telling my obstetrician, oh, I fell on the ice. That's why I have a big bruise on my stomach. People do that.
Well, let Dave come out, and you guys can ask him all. If he's on a panel, you can ask Dave all.
I'm sorry you went through that, Sunflower. I know that you're damaged and you got PTSD from that too, and I'm sorry that happened to you. And I know where you're coming from. My aunt was married to James Brown. He used to beat the shit out of her all the time.
So
all the
people
fucking
saying,
time.
showing their bruises and saying, "Oh, well, I fell." That just to me is a red flag. Bye, guys.
I agree, but why release it now? Here, my question is, why release that video now? Are you starving for views? Is it showing that you're working? Is it showing what does the title mean? Because Dave is, I guess I don't want to say he's slow or whatever, but Recruit has confirmed he's got disabilities and things that I've seen. So I don't know if it's his way of just releasing videos or what his mentality is behind it. I don't know if Dave's hurting or struggling. Maybe it's just for, like I said, maybe it could be a view thing, or he didn't put the title right. Maybe he screwed up on the title. We all know Nevaeh backwards is spelled heaven, backwards, but he spelled the name wrong. We all joke about it.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying for sure I know anything. This is just what it looks like to me. I don't know any facts. I'm not assuming facts. It's just what it looks like to me.
Right. No, I agree. The video is weird. I agree. The video could be bad timing, or it's a call out for help, or maybe he got injured moving the bed, from after DDT and him got off it. I don't know.
Maybe he got injured during the train ride.
Yeah, he didn't show any hickeys, so I don't know. But you never know. DDT sounds like he swings both ways. You never know. So not sure why David bruises.
Please.
Kevin, I just barely said I don't know for sure. I'm just saying this is what it looks like to me.
Well, we'll see when he comes out with. And I didn't see the video. Guido, come on, Mike. What? Come on, what? I didn't see the video. I don't know what to think. I'm not saying anything.
Plus, it really doesn't matter. That would be your opinion anyway, so it shouldn't reflect on what anybody in the chat says. So if you don't have an opinion, you don't have to answer. You have no obligation to put your 2 cents in if you want to or not. That's why your channel's great. Do what you want on it.
Yeah.
Jack Sneap, my brother's in. Want to come on panel, Jack Sneap? My brother. It's my blood brother. Is this live? Yes, it's live.
And Sunflower, we're not calling you a liar or saying that your facts are wrong. Nobody, at least I'm not. I'm just saying I understand your concern, and your concern is probably is a little deeper since you've been through it, or you see signs that other people won't. So I get where you're coming from.
I agree with you on that, Doug.
And if anybody knows people who are suffering from that or PTSD or anything, reach out to them or reach out to somebody that can help them. And don't try to be the doctor, because you guys don't know how we feel or what we're going through or whoever you're dealing with is going through.
Pat Seguin just said, I just watched the video and Sunflower may not be wrong. I don't know. I haven't seen the video, so I don't know anything about
I don't disagree. I think I agree with that. There's a lot of signs in that show that he was, grabbed, or they could have been messing around. Guys mess around. I don't know if DDT messing around, but
wrestling, or how guys wrestle around with each other at times.
I have a friend that says something, and every time he says something, he'll punch you in the arm like it's funny or something like it. That's his tag. That's what his tagline is or something. It's like you get a punch in the arm. You never expect it or whatever. I mean, there's bruises. Some people bruise easier than others too. Who knows what happened? He could have fell in the shower. And I don't want to make fun of that, but that's true. He could have fell in the shower.
Would be weird if they were wrestling.
Right.
Jack and Steve used to wrestle with me all the time and box too. But I was chicken. I hated doing that.
But if you watch all the DDT's past streams, they're so hands-on with each other, lovey-dovey. Like I could see them spooning each other while the whole podcast is going on.
Oh God, come on! I think DDT loves Becca. Come on.
Well, Becca always seems like she's asking for permission to come over and hang out, or DDT never gets the phone call, but Dave's calling Becca. I think there's something more. I think there's more to it. I think Dave and Becca would make a good couple.
Jack in your box. I love Jack in the Box tacos. We're getting Burger King tonight for dinner. What happened to Sunflower Sky?
Is that how you keep that physique, Mike? Let me see that right arm. Flex it up. Your arm's got to be strong. Come on.
They're so weak. I'm 67. They're so weak.
You have to go to the doctor, and you went to check out a bump, and he said that's not a bump; it's your bicep.
It was a mosquito bite. He got it. Yeah. Great comeback, boy.
Right?
Why am I talking in third person? Me, myself, and I. 3 people.
Well, it's funny too, because when you're out on an audit, security guards will say like, "What are you guys doing here?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Who else do you see? I'm alone. Like, what's your purpose? What's your guys' purpose?" And it's like, dude, there's no ninja here.
Mike Beagle says, "Come on, Doug, why are you doing this?" What do you mean, why is he doing this? He's joking around now. Thank God. We need levity.
Probably hurt. I'm getting probably like harassment complaints right now.
Oh, wow. Cop Stop Audit says it would be even weirder if Doug and Rick Crude jumped in to wrestle with Dave and DDT, laughing my tail off. I'd almost pay money to see that. Oh, my God.
Well, when you're ready to pay money to see that, it could be on
pay-per-view. More weird.
I know that.
Mike, you need to get Dave and DDT on show. Letting people say stuff about them is irresponsible.
Yeah, because it's your show and it's free speech. What the hell? It's a troll. Don't worry about that, Mike.
No, Kevin are all right. Can we change the subject? Since people are, I know it's not Friday. I titled it wrong. Can we talk about something else now?
Yeah, that it's Saturday.
Yeah, that it's Saturday, not Friday.
You know what? That one panel you were about to get off on, you're like, it was like 5 a.m. your time. You were about to get off, and the next thing you know, I logged back on after I woke up, and by 11 o'clock, Pacific time, you were still doing a live panel. You had you just did the whole nighter.
Oh, I've done 33 hours one time. That was my longest.
What the hell is wrong with people?
It was fun.
I'm seeing these 5-6 hour streams from like everyone, and they're doing it from StreamYards, but like it's crazy. And these people have like that amount of time to do streaming. I know you have at least you have a channel, and you're doing you're doing pretty well. You got a lot of good subscribers. You're getting a lot of people that you love on the show. Like I say, there's everybody's just like you or everyone else. We're not anything different or anything special.
When I go out there, man, I'll be doing stuff when I'm out and about outside. I'll be doing.
I'm telling you, I'm taking you to Disneyland with me so we can cut the lines. For
That'd
sure.
Be awesome. Disneyland. I haven't been there in ages since I was a kid.
Well, what's funny about today? I have to tell my kids their birthdays on leap year, so it takes me 4 years to save up to go to Disneyland so I could take them there.
Talking about Disneyland, it's time for me to go. My wife is home, so you guys take care. Doug,
enjoy your Burger King.
Thank you very much. Take it easy.
Thanks for having me on, Mike.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
We went to Arby's instead of Burger King.